Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm really excited to be back on here. I'm going to be sharing an update of what had happened to my 2022 lineup and where I am now with my journals. First of all, I want to say hello again. I hope you guys have been well. I have been okay. Alright, so let's just get straight into it, shall we? So first I want to talk about what my initial lineup was. I started off with a lot of the Hobonichi planners. So I had the Hobonichi Cousin, the Hobonichi A6 planner, I had the Hobonichi Weeks Mega, and I had the Hobonichi 5-year Techo. Now, this year has been a whirlwind for me personally, and so all the plans that I had for those planners just completely fell off the wayside. I didn't end up keeping up with them. I wasn't consistent with them. There were a lot of memories that I didn't really want to record. I didn't want to take with me. And so I wasn't inspired to think of, I guess, new journals or new planners to use instead. I was just kind of tired of it all, so I had actually stopped journaling for a good amount of time, and yeah, it was pretty sad. I like to say that like journaling is my hobby, it's my passion, it's something I really enjoy, but I was just at a moment in my life where I couldn't find joy in anything. But thankfully my love for this hobby was rekindled when my support worker who was helping me get back on my feet, she had gifted me this notebook. It's a beautiful notebook, and it's nothing too intricate inside. It's like, I want to say special, but it is special. Like, it's not that special, but it is special. But yeah, I don't know, I think just the sentiment of her getting me this notebook was really nice, so I just started to write again. It's nothing nothing fancy. I'm just writing about my feelings and my thoughts. And then I started to look at my current planner and journaling needs, and then I got into a bit of a rabbit hole again. I started to plan out what I wanted from my setups, and I arrived at the conclusion that I wanted to try out the Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebooks. If you're familiar with my history with Traveler's Notebooks, you know that I had started off with the Chic Sparrow Traveler's Notebooks, and later on I actually did end up buying the Traveler's Company standard blue Traveler's Notebook. However, at that time I wasn't really enjoying the TN. I was in a lot of bound books. I was especially loving the Hobonichi Weeks at that time, and so I didn't really take this forward. But now it's back on my, I guess it's not part of my lineup. It's just here for when I need storage for my completed journals. So yeah, I looked into the Traveler's Notebooks because I had wanted something minimal, portable, and I think the inserts are what captivated me. So I ended up buying the brown Traveler's Company. Can I focus that? Yeah. So the brown Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook, and right now it is housing blank inserts for future use. Sorry, I'm just fixing my hair. But previously I had my planner in there that I had made, and also my memory keeper. My love for this had rekindled when I was considering being more mindful about the present. I was like, you know, I would really like to record the happy moments that were going on in my life, and I wanted to be more intentional about creating happy moments. So I recorded them in here. I think I'll do a little flip through of some that I can show. So this is my first, she was the one who had given me that notebook. Mindy was very nice about it. And yeah, so I think it is with this insert that I began to explore how I enjoyed journaling. So lots of pictures, lots of pressed flowers. It's very messy, but that's okay. Some pictures, and then some flowers, more flowers, and more writing. So when I got this notebook, the first condition I had put in myself was that I wasn't going to worry about perfection. I was just gonna record all the good things that were happening. And so I just mainly focused on writing and taking pictures and printing pictures. I know I'm gonna get asked, so I used I used the Canon Selfie Square to print my pictures, and I used my phone to collage the pictures and print them off. And from here I realized that I really enjoyed blank paper insert. So I really like the blank pages because I can just journal as much as I want, as little as I want. I can journal about anything. And another thing that I learned was that I really enjoy using ephemera from real life to put in my journal. So I'm always in the lookout for things that I could add into my journal to make it more true to record keeping, I guess. So yeah, so I had this in here, and then I started to get itchy, like I wanted something bigger. So I went to the standard size, and this is probably the best decision that I have ever made in my journaling journey. So what I've got in here at the moment so this is the Camel Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook, and I get it. I understand why people love the camel leather. It is incredibly soft and so squishy, and the smell is okay. Okay, so let me do a little flip through. There are a few pages that I'm a little hesitant to show online. I'll show you the ones that I'm going to show. So for example, there's this one. And I'll just face this way so I can see. Actually, no, I shouldn't. And then there's this one. As you can see, it's pretty much just an extension and a neater version of what's been going on in my passport. This one, more pressed flowers. Sometimes I'd like draw in the lyrics or of the songs that have captured my attention during that time. More pressed flowers, more quotes. Yeah, so it's pretty much just like that. Oh, my 2023 lineup spread. So here I just journaled about what I've got going on so far. And everything was like sinking in, and I was like, oh, this is just seeming so seamless like these days. And then, and then I just wrote about the things I love about this lineup. So I've got so much freedom, flexibility and variety. Should I read this bit? Okay, I'll just read it since we're just chatting away and just hanging out. So I said what I love about my notebook lineup: so much freedom. I'm not limited or pressured to journal consistently, either in frequency or style. I can journal however and whenever in my notebooks, and I can also stop and start whenever. The second point is that flexibility and variety. The great thing about the Traveler's Notebook system are the wide selection of inserts. I can switch inserts around and have different setups based on my needs or the occasion. Yet, I can archive them neatly because they're only in 2 sizes. That actually got me pretty good. I was like, cool. So they can like look good on a little shelf, you know. Focus on journaling itself. I'm less worried about needing to catch up or backlog because there are no dates to add the pressure. I can simply journal whenever, and I won't be limited by the amount of space either. I can enjoy simply using the notebooks how they're intended to be. And then lastly, I can forget about perfection. These notebooks simply inspire me to create, no matter how imperfect or messy. It just makes creating art fun. And it makes flip-throughs interesting and magical. Seeing the different ways I've filled a blank page is great. Not one looks exactly the same as the other. And I think that's so true. Like flipping through these pages, I'm like, this is so cool. And then another example of just like random pages I'm currently loving and enjoying list. Can you hear that? And then recently my friends and I went to a getaway for my friend's birthday, and you know, I really needed my alone time, and like I really enjoyed being with them obviously, but I'm a bit of an introvert, so I needed my alone time. And when I did, I just journaled, and it was just such a great way to relax and to recharge. Oops. And it was a fun way to document our trip. And yeah, there's that, and there's that. And I painted a lot too. See? I painted my friends while we were hanging out at the beach. Ooh, can't show that. But yeah, you know, this is, at the moment I'm using like one page a day, but the cool thing is that I can just turn to any blank page and just journal about whatever. And I think just that fact makes it so easy and makes me excited to journal. It's not like, you know, for example, like you love reading, but then when somebody tells you to read a certain thing, it's like, oh, now I don't want to read. It's similar to the way that I feel about dated planners to journal in. Like I can journal every day, but once you tell me, or once the page is like, okay, today's the day, you gotta journal, I'm just like, great, now I don't feel like doing it. And it's kind of like restricted to one page as well. Well, most of, you know, journals are like a day-to-day page, or like a little section. No, I need my own freedom. I need to create the rules. This is a pretty cool spread. We were having a meeting, and I'm the type that needs to doodle to listen, just because if I don't, I feel like I'll space out and blank out. But yeah, I decided to keep it in my journal because it ended up looking really cool. More pictures. Just gonna cover some stuff. Yeah, there's that. as you can tell, I'm really enjoying this way of memory keeping and journaling. And I'm not sure if I mentioned, but this is the lightweight paper insert by the Travelers Company. And at the start, I actually had this dot grid insert with this as well, and this is my diary. But I had just recently filled it all out, so I've just taken it out to archive. And now I've replaced that with this one. So this is the B6 Slim Cafe Notes by Nanami Paper Co. Just quick flip. I wanted to get a Tomorrow River paper insert that is either the lined or dot grid for my journal, for my diary, but I didn't want to buy anything new, so I just repurposed an older one that I was no longer using, and that should be fine for now. And when I'm able to, I will definitely hop on that and then hopefully put it in here again, just so that it's together. And yeah. Now where are we up to? Oh, so after this, I kind of wanted a new camel in the passport size. I just really like the camel leather, so I decided to get one in the passport size, and I've made this one my everyday carry, my wallet, my planner is in here. But yeah, I'll quickly do a flip through of it, I guess, just of how it's currently set up. So I've got 3 main inserts here, 2 of which are hugged by this clear envelope insert and this olive Farouf wallet insert. So the first insert I've got is for lists and things, and this is just for lists and references that I'd like to look at or add onto when I'm out and about. I've got my DIY planner, so this is the planner I made myself. I'll show you guys a flip through of this one in my 2023 setup video, because that would be really cool. And then this one is just my rapid log insert. So it's where I just do rapid logging, like bullet journal style. And yeah, I just fill it out when I need to. And this is, I'll just do a quick page. So that's what this looks like. Hello, do you mind focusing, please? This one. Does it please shoot? Yeah. So this just like that. And undated horizontal weeklies that I've made. Yeah. I did make some adjustments to it for the next year's insert, and I'm really excited to show you what that one would look like. So my everyday carry, and then now we're up to the exciting notebooks. These 2. Okay, so I'll start off with this one. This is my commonplace book. I like to call this one my florilegium. So a florilegium, I'm not very good at explaining it, so I'll just read to you the definition. Hello, sorry, my camera died, but I was just about to read you the definition of florilegium. So in medieval Latin, a florilegium was a compilation of excerpts or sententia from other writings and is an offshoot of the commonplacing tradition. The word is from Latin, and it literally is a gathering of flowers or collection of fine extracts from the body of a larger work. So I guess the concept of the florilegium is that these extracts are like flowers in a garden, and you and I think I really like that notion of, yeah, anyway, I'll just read you what my thoughts were, because I think I'm much more fluent in written word than I am in spoken word. So I said, I love the term florilegium as a way to name a commonplace book. It's just so fitting. These quotes, pieces of shared wisdom, letters, poems, prayers are definitely just like flowers to the soul and the mind. There's just something about the way in which these authors and writers string words together that brings so much beauty or enlightenment about life, which makes them as precious and wonderful as flowers. I hope as time progresses, this little book might somewhat become like that of a knowledge or a wisdom garden, to be filled by all sorts of floras and to be enjoyed by whoever might end up reading it or visiting. So if this was a flower, you know, if this was a garden, they'd be visiting the knowledge garden. So yeah, so ultimately I write all sorts of stuff in here, like quotes, therapy notes, topical studies, so like studies that I want to do on certain topics. Sometimes I write the quotes from favorite moments of a book or the way that the author has written them, and you know, just beautiful wordings. I like to write those down. And then recently I've made this my reading journal as well. So what I do is I'd write down sections from the book that I'm reading and then my thoughts about that, and then if there are any actionable items, I'll write them down too, and then my thoughts about that. So yeah, I hope to fill this out with lots of golden nuggets of wisdom and things that bring me inspiration and food for the mind and for the soul. That will all go here, and I'm really happy about this. This is a notebook from Paper Blanks, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And surprisingly, the paper is actually quite a nice quality, and it's not the most fountain pen friendly, but it does the job. Like, it doesn't bleed, it doesn't ghost. The only problem I guess would be like feathering and such, but yeah, I'm really happy with this notebook. And the next thing that I'm super happy with, and I'm super glad that I've sort of thought about it and it's joining my lineup, is this bad boy. So this is the moleskine expanded. So this is the notebook that has 400 pages, and as you can guess, this is like, well, I'm not sure if you can guess, but this is going to replace my 5-year Hobonichi Techo. So the layout is similar. I have laid it out as, I set it up as a day per page, as you can see. The only difference being there are no years listed under each day. So this means that I can simply write whenever and whatever in here. But my main intention with this journal is I'd like to record life's defining moments for me, significant events, significant moments, birthdays, anniversaries, and I would love this to be an overview of my entire life, all in one book. And I think that's really exciting. I did write an entry yesterday. Let me find it. So I wrote here, 2022 Tuesday, started this journal. So excited for this journal to be a part of my permanent journal lineup, and I look forward to filling this out throughout the years. This will probably last me more than 5 years, and I hope that this will last me forever. And you might say, oh, but what if, you know, one day you're only up to here and then another day you've filled the whole thing out? Well, I can just tip in more pages, and I'd really love for each day to be completely filled in before I move on to a new one. But yeah, this is so exciting, and this is what I wanted for my 5-year journal to be, but without the details. I think I'll just do like key dot points of the key moments in my life, or the moments that I don't want to forget. I'll just write it in dot points, and if I want to, because I believe I'll still be memory keeping in here, and yeah, I just want the details to go in this and then dot points in here, just so I won't have to be redundant or anything. Yeah, that's it. Just a quick recap. We've got this life journal. I have the florilegium. Wait, maybe I should do it this way. Yeah, florilegium. I have my diary. I have my main journal, and I have my everyday everyday journal, my main writer, my, you know what I'm trying to say, my organizer. So this is me at this moment, and for 2023 I don't see this lineup changing anytime soon, just because they're all notebooks. And yeah, if anything, I'll probably have an addition to this lineup. I don't see, perhaps the notebooks themselves would be changing, because you know, I'd fill them out, and then but the journaling style I believe will remain the same. I do have, I'm not sure if I mentioned, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I do have a planner joining me in 2023 for a journaling purpose. I wonder if you can guess what that is, but yeah, once that planner has arrived, I will be yeah, filming the 2023 setup video, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you're excited as I am. I hope you're excited about your own lineup, and I hope that you are loving what you've got so far. I shall see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.